somehow I managed to screw up the numbering for the sessions as they were appearing up on YouTube. So this is not session 17, this is session 18, because session 11 was in there twice. So welcome to session 18.
Dang.
Welcome to session 18. Let's get a new background here in Roll20. I think that's important.
For sure. I'm working on what's probably going to be the new splash page after certain events transpire, and y'all are gonna shit bricks when you see this.
Oh no.
That's awesome.
It's
That sounds
so
painful.
So what are you
It's so-
doing?
it's so cool. It's guys, it's just it's gonna be so cool.
Okay.
I don't think I can make this part look good, but
I just need to make like one of the ones without my palette.
yeah, we do. Yeah, that doesn't really work.
Yeah. It's good
She-
for like
She
what she does, but like that's about it.
no, but the new thing in Roll20, like Zhao on the bed doesn't really work. It's like, okay, she's in the hospital. She's fine, but she's paralyzed, apparently rigidly. No, that's not gonna work.
She did the Harry Potter thing where she got like paralyzed or whatever.
If I tried hard enough, I could probably like figure out a pose that could make it work, but that's just more time than I have to dedicate to that.
Absolutely. No, you do have. No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, link to game.
I don't think I recall what happened to Zhao. I know that was she like just catatonic? Or
Let's
did
find
something-
out.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
So,
good times. Great.
yeah, good
I love
times.
that.
So we're at the hospital room. We cut to. There was a previously on showed like fighting all these things and the stuff in the Blood River and Demon Teacher and Bloody Eyed Mother thing with tentacles and Caleb like right in Teacher's face going, if you ever come back again, it'll be the last thing you ever do.
That was great, by the way.
And then
Last
Mitzi-
episode was Caleb's episode.
Yeah.
It was
It
so
was-
good.
It was really good.
and
I
then
was very
the
happy to watch it.
yeah. And then the last bit, like getting back in there in the bars, and you see Silas looking down at his phone, and it's like, "Where are you guys? Where are you?" It's like, I'll be over there soon. The Exemplars just launched a rocket into space, and that's where
That
we
can't
stop.
be good.
That can't be good. So hospital room.
Yeah.
This hospital room, as shown here. Zhao's there. They don't really have like a bunch of wires or anything on her. She's just sleeping. It took a little while. Took a little doing. But you had been sitting there for long enough, kind of down. We're going to loop back to the other thing that you mentioned in a little bit as sort of a flashback about being scolded, because I'm not 100% sure what you're being scolded about, so I definitely want to know what that was.
Missing all my schoolwork.
Oh, right. So, yeah, you basically decided, it's like, we get this as you're sitting in the room, because you're sitting at the chair, and we kind of walk through a progression back through this of, your parents on you about the schoolwork and just, what's even going on with you? It's like, and your dad, of course, like, this is what's going to be like when you've got a boyfriend in the picture. I am not a fan. Kind of, that's happening.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll take care of it. But listen, Zhao's in the hospital. Can I at least go,
See her, yeah.
like, do the homework in the waiting room? I don't even know if I can see her, but, like, they relent in the face of that and take you to the hospital, and they get you, your dad kind of helps you get set up in the waiting room, kind of thing. And you're there, and occasionally you're like, send text messages out, but there's nothing back from any of the boys. No response. Not even a red. Like, they're just
Yeah.
They're not seeing your messages, which is weird because
Where are your boys?
Harry, if anything, is always on his phone.
Perry is usually on his phone. He almost never shows as having read a message though, because whatever operating system he built for his phone device is not compatible for sending read messages. But Caleb, basically it goes and then his little icon drops down showing that he saw it. That's instantaneous and he's not showing anything. Zhao's folks come out a couple times. The first time is not a great experience because they ask, and they've already gone over this before, but they ask, like, what are her parents? Are her parents actually doctors? I can't remember. Okay. So they ask, like, was there any drinking or anything else going on at the party that might explain what's going on?
No.
Because she's just, there's nothing showing up in any of the blood tests or anything like that. She seems fine. She's just not waking up and she's not responding to anything. And thank you for being here and that kind of stuff. And this goes on,
Mm-hmm.
Time passes. They come out and the first conversation is not comfortable. Her mom is asking all the questions. Dad is just kind of looming in the background and looking tense, and his arms are all kind of up, and he's kind of pacing a little bit. Yeah, but how would you know? Maybe somebody put something in the punch, or the drinks, or the food, or something. Like, people can do that.
I mean, I had it too. If anything, it would have affected like a lot more than just her.
Was there anything that she ate that nobody else ate?
Not that I know of, because I did stay with her like the night before to like help her prep.
Okay. All right. No, you're right. I mean, everybody else would be. We've talked to a couple of the kids, but they just don't. And the dad mutters, like, useless. They don't even remember anything about the party. They act like they don't anyway. I think they're covering up something. Oh, we don't know. We just went home and listened to music and did our homework and handed out candy. You know how many times I heard that? And she's like, honey, fine. And he kind of walks off down the hall and paces his way back.
And I think the first thing they leave, like they go back into the room and like leave her in the waiting room.
Yeah.
She just breaks down and starts crying. Like,
because it's,
so guilty.
well, and he's like walking away. It's like, I'm just saying, sounds like a cover story, as he's like,
Yeah.
Nobody's ever gotten that many kids to say exactly the same thing in the history of ever. And Mitzi's going, I can. Yay, cry. So eventually, her mom comes out, and this is hours later, and you're still out there, and you're kind of working through it. You're pretty much done with the homework. You're mostly just scrolling. Nobody's answering. There's nothing happening. And she's like, Mitzi, hon, why don't you come in? You can come in and wait. Why don't you wait inside? You've got a few more. Look, do some homework in there. Play some music. Maybe she'll like the music, and you can just hang out. So she kind of like drags you into the room.
Okay, yeah.
Her dad had to go and consult. I think he's mostly doing it to distract himself. So you just spend some time in here, talk to her, play some music if you want. Whatever, just don't be too loud. They don't want it too loud in here. But
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, it'll be. I'm sure she'll. I'm gonna go get some coffee. You want anything?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. So she heads out, and
Yeah,
she
and I
looks
think
fine.
Mitzi-
Zhao looks fine.
Yeah, Mitzi brought in like a little like stuffed bunny. That's a little pink bunny.
And there's a stuffed bear up on like one of these little shelves here where it shows toys. There's like a stuffed teddy bear that's been sent with like a little card still around the neck. Some flowers also up on the shelf. If you watch the whole video, you know what the teddy bear is.
It's a nanny cam.
Nanny cam bear. But you know, it's just teddy bear, cute little teddy bear.
Yeah.
It says it's from Perry, and you're like, huh.
Yeah, and I think once Mitzi's alone in the room, she's gonna like grab a chair and like drag it like next to the bed if there wasn't one like right there.
Yep.
Like sit in it and like lean over and like grab Al's hand. And glancing out real quick, making sure like none of the nurses or doctors or anybody's around or looking in her direction.
Yep.
She's just going to like dive in and see what's wrong.
Yeah, this isn't ICU, so visits are, we'll say, fairly few and far between, all things considered. So dive in. Tell me more about that.
Oh, you know, the usual like eyes turning purple and just like trying to find just a hint of a thought within Zhao or like some sort of brain waves, and like you know how Miss Martian does in like season 1 of Young Justice.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's brain.
Oh
And try
yeah.
to fix it. Yeah.
Nothing bad could ever come from that.
Oh no, not at all. It's just like I broke this. I'm gonna fix this. Like that's where she is right now.
That is excellent.
And she
All
feels
right.
hella guilty about everything.
Why don't
so-
you give me a freak roll then? Unleash your powers. Unless you
Okay.
have
I don't think I have anything to burn unless I do elemental awareness.
elemental awareness. Yeah. I mean, think about this. Open your mind up to the world around you with your powers. That's pretty good. If you really want to just really get a sense of what the heck is going, if this is more about initially getting the lay of the land, I
I
think.
don't think Missy's ever done this before, so I should probably do that.
Right? Brainwaves or electricity, right?
Okay, so burn instead. Burn first then.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn first.
All right. I mean,
Yeah,
you got a condition. You might as well leverage it, right?
Yeah.
Work it.
How did I miss on a burn?
Wait, I think no, that's not good. That's really not good.
Yeah.
You're definitely feeling this. All right, so burn.
Insecure, hopeless, and afraid.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
Oh
burn.
no!
When
When
you
Oh no! And if I do elemental awareness, I get another condition. Oh, son of a bitch.
really do you
Yes.
spend one burn and mark a oh shit. When
You
you
know
charge up your powers, roll your conditions you have currently marked. On a hit, hold 3 burn. On a miss, hold 2 burn and mark 3. Jesus Christ.
That's why I marked 3 conditions already. So now I'm at 4 conditions.
Well, you already had guilty,
Yeah.
so you get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey.
That's
Yeah,
all
I
of
just-
them.
My dog.
No, I just picked up angry, insecure, and hopeless. So if I do elemental awareness, that's gonna mark angry. And...
Yeah, you'll mark angry. Yeah, you said angry, afraid, insecure, and hopeless. So if you mark the thing,
Huh. It's for
Man,
her
it is her
girl. She's
best
got to do
friend.
it.
all
She's
right.
got to do it.
She's just feeling all the feelings right now. So this is. Do you have an idea of like why all this hits you at once? Because I have a thought, but if you have like a thing like opening up all this stuff, what this is like.
Like, what are you asking? Like, why is she doing this? Or
Well,
how...
Like what caused this wash of all these various like emotions and conditions and stuff like that as you open up and do this burn and kick off this thing.
So she's guilty because of it's all her fault.
Sure.
TLDR. She's insecure and hopeless because these are first times that she's ever done this before.
Uh-huh.
To anyone, because she's never like she doesn't touch the brain stuff. Like she'll like hear everybody's surface thoughts, but she's like, I don't.
She doesn't
that's it.
do stuff except for the time that she did it to like 30 or 40 people.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why she's probably like a little more afraid about it because she's like,
Sure.
I could actually do this. What? And I guess angry just which is
Well,
another
angry is
question
when
now.
you actually angry. I think comes when you extend that happens when
Yeah.
you do the elemental awareness, and I think I can probably give you something that'll make you feel angry at that point.
Great, cool, love it.
Just in case it comes up, for research purposes, I'm just going to slide this over to a different screen here in case you guys need it. Um, for,
What? Why would I need that?
just for for research purposes. Okay, so you're still getting a sense of what this whole mindscape thing is like. And I don't know necessarily that Mitzi would really have the vocabulary to express it this way. But the symbology that you seem to be latching onto for this kind of thing is that the metaphor is anything metaphorical is literal. Mm-hmm. The easiest thing is, if you were battling for her, fighting for her to wake up, you're literally going to end up fighting because you express the metaphor.
word that you're looking for is symbolism. What is the
But the symbols
there?
aren't symbols. The symbols are just the thing. The metaphorical becomes the literal. In any case, not really relevant. So you're in this kind of forest type of situation. And there's snow on the ground, a lot of bare black trees. Zhao is standing there looking out at this, looking out of the trees out into an open space.
Da 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 da.
Sure.
La 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 la.
Maybe.
It's not in the.
Wow.
What is happening?
Sorry. Well, I don't know.
Sorry, I
I'm
never don't have references in my head. The percentage of them that you guys get is this much.
It's a comfort that.
Probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, just
We have enough
modern,
tangents as it
modern
is.
pharmaceuticals.
Right.
So,
Okay.
you're looking out at this thing and you're seeing all of these. You're seeing Zhao. It's not just Zhao. She's there. She's standing there. You see her, but you're kind of getting a weird after image over her. Kind of. So you're here. Let me just. It's not quite this, but and you saw this in the last session, but here we'll just to give you the idea of
Love
this.
it. Yeah.
So you've got the bloodstream is going by nearby, like cool, bloodstream. Awesome. I don't love that. I don't love that symbology. You're seeing Zhao, but you're seeing also like superimposed over that like the image of a tree. Like if you weren't looking for Zhao, you would just see a tree, but you can see her, you can sense her, and she's just sitting there and she's just standing and looking out at the thing. And you get the sense of other people who are also in this space and like Zhao are kind of here, but also trees. So maybe all the trees are people. Maybe some of the trees are people. All the trees probably not people. Some of the trees are people. And you're looking out into the space, and standing in the space is probably Caleb's mom. Writhing, doing tentacle-y stuff, that kind of stuff. And that's happening. It's out there, but it's not really the important thing. The important thing is Zhao is here, and the people are here. And as you're like looking at her, she says without looking at you, like she's watching a football game, but she doesn't really have time to like turn to look at you. She's just making an observation and just kind of, she sort of half turns her head, that little, like she's talking this way to you. And it's like, he's going to be here soon. Hopefully he'll be able to help. But they're coming. If you go and look, they're coming. And you kind of get sort of pushed away when she points like this, and you're like standing next to some other people who are trees, and looking at like a different clearing, and like the teacher is there, and the demons, and they're swarming all over the place, and Perry's waving around big frickin' portals, like he's waving in airplanes. Silas is charging through all of this stuff and flying through and doing all the acrobatics. He looked good. And all of this stuff is happening, and the trees are kind of murmuring to each other. It's like they might win. They're not dying right away. They might win. Maybe they're here to help. Kind of a thing. And then Perry gets mobbed, and they're like, oh. And you kind of zoom back over to Zhao. She's like, oh, Perry's not doing very well. Uh-oh. So what do you do? Because you're kind of in amongst the trees and amongst these people. And you have a question to ask, I think. You have a question to ask if you want.
Yeah, and I think is, how do I uproot her? I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like, I think if I get her to be unlatched from this scenario, she can come back to her own mental state.
Yeah, she is not nearly... She's extemporizing conversation the way the other ones are. She's the only one who isn't saying what all the rest of them say. Okay? The thing I think of is like a ripple effect, like in the Matrix where Trinity hits the window and it ripples out. When her whole body hits that window and it ripples out like that. That's kind of how the conversations happen with everybody else. Like one of them says it and they all say it. She's not doing that. She's different than the rest that are here. They're all kind of locked in, and she's sort of here, but not maybe of her own volition. So engage her in conversation. Maybe that's all it takes is just talk to her. Try to get her to take her that extra step away from the rest of this.
Yeah, I think. Can I float here? Am I able to float, or is it just like
Yes.
If I use my powers, it's not okay.
It's not, and it's worth noting, like just using your powers narratively when you're not doing something that requires dice is just do that. But in any case, you're sort of a mental projection anyway.
I have no power here. Like,
no. You're like a mental projection. This is almost a dream. Rules. So
yeah, I think it's kind of like an astronaut float where she sort of like floats over and like goes to in front of Zhao.
And
she's like, "Hey, girl, like, fun."
And she kind of blinks and she's like, "Hey, are you getting like kind of in front of her, like breaking her line of sight?"
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Here, wait, where? I don't normally have dreams like this. This is not my normal dream thing. So when I tell you about all the cool, sexy dreams I have, I am not lying. They are not like this. I am not making up different sexy dreams to tell you about.
Oh, girl, I understand.
These are not. I don't know why this is. This is like this whole.
I have an idea of what this is.
Cool.
I need you to wake up now.
All right. Okay.
You do it? No.
That only works for TikTok transitions.
Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Okay. Don't make it a gay thing.
Whatever.
She loves to say like the most outrageous shit. This feels good because it feels like Zhao. It feels like the kind of just random crap that she'll say. So.
Yeah, and I think Mitzi rolls her eyes and is like, "You always make it a gay thing," and just takes her hands.
Hey, don't be homophobic. That's not.
I'm homophobic, girl.
We need to be accepting of all. Wait, what about the other tree people?
We'll get to them.
No. We can't go until they're out too. We can't. You gotta at least go. I'll be fine. Let's go. We'll both go. Let's go. We need to listen.
I don't think you should go.
I'll go with you.
I think you need to wake up.
Out. No.
Yes?
This is my dream. If I wake up, you won't be able to be here. Probably.
There are some things I should probably tell you, but does come in time.
Okay, fine. But listen, listen. I will be your. Listen, it's my dream, my rules. I want to save all the people, so you're gonna help me, because you're gonna
Why do you care so much?
dream. Hello.
Fair, valid. Okay.
Um.
And you stay here, and I'll see what I can do. I need you to wake up when I get the signal. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, I'm serious.
Oh!
He's like grabbing her hands and like holding, like, you know, looking.
Am
her
I coming with
no.
you, or you want me to stay right here?
No, you stay here. I will give a signal.
Okay.
I'm
Look!
serious.
Look!
And she like looks.
And it's like Caleb walking or riding in on this crazy. Anybody seen Shang-Chi?
Yes.
I finally figured out what those things that you're riding look like. They look like the horse things from, and in the valley. The Shang.
Yeah.
Yeah. He rides in on the crazy elk horse thing, dismounts, and he's like looking all like. He looks like he's ready to thrash in the mosh pit. Okay, no, I'll watch that. But do you think he's gonna be okay?
We all are. He'll be fine.
Why am I dreaming about? This is not a sexy thing. I want to, for the record, I am not
Tentacles.
very concerned about the imagery happening here. This feels a little racist. I'm not gonna.
What?
It's like a hentai thing.
I'm not. It's not a hentai thing. And I think Mitzi's like, girl, what the fuck? I just your brain.
You broke Andrew. Andrew is so broken right now.
When I wake up, next session with my therapist is gonna be fucking lit, yo. I mean,
Jesus.
Andrew, you
Breathe,
okay?
Andrew. And breathe, Andrew. Andrew, breathe.
Oh, he's off.
okay. What are you gonna go and do?
I
Whew.
think she's gonna be like, stay here and like let's go. Let's just, you know, just. Can she actually feel her like in her hands and stuff like?
Yeah.
When she takes her hands. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she gives them like a gentle squeeze and like is hesitant, but eventually lets go. And then flies up and over to see what.
So you can
happening.
see, you get kind of like a hotspot kind of thing. Like you can see which of the trees. There's like 30 or 40 people that are like sort of rooted here as trees. Kind of a thing. And you're kind of getting a sense of all of this stuff. Meanwhile, your stats are so weird right now. Meanwhile, Showdown in the Clearing is largely going by pretty much unnoticed by you, which is, there's almost a dreamlike quality to it. It's like, this is an important thing happening, yeah, but that's not the thing that I'm caring about in this particular thing. So there's a certain sense of like, Caleb's got it. And also, I got this thing to worry about. And the whole confrontation with his mom only takes a few seconds. Previous game session notwithstanding. But within about a minute, of you kind of looking at all this stuff and getting a sense of where everybody's at, because it's all around these two. The clearings are almost like the circles in a figure eight, and like scattered around both of these clearings are like the various inhabited trees. But within a few seconds, maybe a couple of minutes, he did something kind of explodey to Mom, and there's like this little single golden mote that he grabs and presses into his heart, and he heads back. He's kind of goes back to the other clearing, and Teacher goes barreling off into the trees, and the boys kind of leave in a fish, and the clearing is just left with the people. They're still kind of rooted there, and they're murmuring. It's like, what now, though? What now? She's gone, but we're still here. And
Okay. Yeah, and I think with that, Mitzi's. I'm gonna use. Oh, I could do that, but I don't know how that works. How much destroy more than help?
what's that, Reality Storm?
Yeah. It says destructive, and I was like, oh, I don't want to hurt anything more. Well, if I'm not destroying Zhao's mindscape, I'm just destroying this realm.
Yep. Because it's not really her. The thing is, she thinks of it as her dream. It's not her dream.
It's not her dream.
She's mentally here in this space. You want to break the link that these people have with this thing. So you basically you need to like a picture from the history books of like one of the like the Tuscadero blast or something like that, where the meteor hit and all the trees are knocked flat in like this area around. You need to be a Tuscadero blast.
And I think with that, yes, Frank.
Maybe
before I say
smaller,
anything.
Frank.
Or you could just tap the trees like you had a maple farm and let the people out. I'm just saying.
There's too many trees. There's too many trees.
Novas don't do subtle.
Yeah, what's subtle? I don't know her.
Okay, well, here comes the Tugunska. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it was Tuscadero. I'm probably mispronouncing it.
We're talking about the meteor that hit somewhere in like Siberia, right?
And knocked all the trees down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I think with that, because she's still like high in the sky watching everything and watch all the
Yeah.
guys fall, like leave. She is just going to like realize what she needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
And she just free falls into the ground.
And just
Yeah.
love it. I love it. All right. Incidentally, mark a potential for that 6, by the way.
Okay. I did.
Oh, you did? All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the trees all kind of like go down and leave the people standing there like, because they don't go down, the trees go down. That leaves them standing there, and they're kind of, they're all looking around like, and now they're a babble. Now they're not all linked together. They're not all talking. They're like, and you recognize them? You recognize some of them. It's people. They're people that were statues from the Sentinel Plaza. At least some of them.
Yeah.
So they gradually come together. Zhao is one of the first ones. Is like, that was awesome. I should be a movie director, or like like a special effects, computer special effects. If I can just, that was, I can't wait to tell you about this. This is so awesome. But everybody else is like, okay, so they come to you because you were the center. They're like, thank you for getting us. What do we do? Like, how do we get back?
Need y'all to link hands.
Look, all of us?
Yes.
Everybody's doing it. Zhao kind of leans over, like, gay. Anyway,
Shut up.
it's horrible. She's horrible. She's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god. And then what?
I think once everybody's linked, Mitzi's gonna grab Zhao's and whoever's like on the other end of the chain.
And just pull yourself back out.
Yeah.
Very crowded hotel room. I'm kidding. Or hospital room. No.
That'd be amazing.
That would be really. Oh God! Oh, so close.
That's elevator.
Little too close.
No, you definitely feel it. You definitely feel it work. But when you step back out of this, you're just holding Zhao's hand in the hospital bed, and nobody else is there. But you definitely felt that chain kind of thing happening for sure.
You had both hands. You had somebody in both hands, right? There's not some poor son of a bitch playing crack the whip. Yeah.
No.
He comes through and is just like, send him. Wow.
Ultimate frisbee.
Like the weight on the end of that whip that, from that video that you sent me. You sent us. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna cut right to. Hang on. I need a.
Are you the reason that I'm seeing the woman who's like the world record holding like whip crack artist and catches arrows and stuff? Because they're amazing.
No, she sent out a thing. The guy who does the weighted rope and like breaks stuff with the weighted rope. Or no,
Instructor
Sean
inside.
Sean said that.
Yeah.
I remember that guy too now. Yeah, thank you. And back on track.
Sacrifice to a. All right. So, hang on.
Or you could just derail the train and save everybody. Why are the people on the tracks in the first place?
Let's transition. It's a half an hour later. We'll go here.
That what? Wait, what? What?
Sorry,
that's cumulonimbus and not like a mushroom cloud, right? What am I saying?
Correct. Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
We'll get people out here. So there's a flurry of like activity for the next half hour or so because Zhao wakes up. Mom finds out. Mom calls Dad. Call it an hour of activity because they got to run tests and double check the blood. It's like, oh, I just woke up. I was just dreaming. What? Guys. And they're like, you are so grounded. Yeah, okay. That's fair. It's fine. Wait, I forgot. Zhao's a lot taller than you. Hang on. There we go. That's better.
Is everybody taller than Mitzi? Is that what's happening?
We notice.
But so now paperwork is happening and that's going to be hours. So they kind of like have you guys go out onto like this roof patio cafe area and stuff like that. You guys just hang out there and you guys can, she's like, so she's telling you it's like, I feel like I should tell you about the whole dream, and I kind of also feel like I don't need to tell you about the whole dream.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me about it. No blood ribbon.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Do I have superpowers?
I mean, you're super awesome.
Yeah, especially if I've got super freaking.
No, I want to tell you that I have powers. I went into your dream.
I thought all you could do was like fly and float stuff.
Wait, you saw that? You know that?
You do it like all the time. Like
I didn't realize that
That's
was
hilarious.
that obvious.
You didn't say anything, so I figured I didn't want to awkward, right? But I mean, yeah, of course I know. I've been telling anybody.
Thanks.
I figured it was like you
Yeah.
and your grandma. You got like a, because your grandma's like famous or something, right?
My great grandma, yeah.
Your great grandma. Yeah. Whatever. Everybody's grandma. Once you hit grandma, everybody's grandma.
Oh,
This is, I mean, that's how it works for my people. Perhaps in your culture as well.
oh.
We should exchange cultural, whatever. Do you have a word for great abuela, or you just call her abuela? You call her abuela. Come on.
It's because she's my mom's abuela. That's why.
Okay. All right. So, okay. But wait, you can do like mine stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Oh, that's cool. It's kind of cheating. You got like 2 things.
I don't really want to call it cheating. I
Of course you wouldn't.
yeah. I want to apologize for the party. You going into that dream state. It was because of me. But it was because that creature that you saw in your mind that Caleb was fighting or whatever.
Oh, the tentacle thing? Wait, is Caleb have powers? Was that like a real thing?
You gotta no. You
Oh
gotta.
my god, what can Perry do?
Thank you, Jesus. Finally.
Sorry, you're trying to tell me something and I'm being a bitch. Sorry.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah. It.
everybody's freaking baseball card after this. With all the stats and everything. Like their Pokemon card.
Yeah. I will. I will. That tentacle monster that Caleb was fighting.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
had
gross.
some sort of hold over you during the prep of the party and at the party.
Super gross. Okay. What did you
Yes,
have
you
to?
were-
You didn't have anything to do with that.
No, but I was the one who stopped it and eventually made you go into your deep sleep, into your dream state. If you ask anybody,
Are you
else at the party-
apologizing for stopping it?
I'm apologizing for breaking your brain, making you go into coma and be in the hospital and all
I
that.
wasn't in a coma. I wasn't probably in a coma. You saved us, like everybody. You're
I know, but
literally, girl. I love you, but you saved us. And you look like you're beating yourself raw over it, man.
because I didn't know I could do that, and it's scary.
Okay.
And
No, I get it. I get it. Cause you're awesome, and with awesome powers come super guilt or something. I don't. That. Like I don't get any of that. I don't. I'm probably not going to understand that, but I can tell you that everybody would be worse if not for what you did. I would be a fucking tree with little roots down into a bloodstream thing that was. I thought that. I mean, you trying to figure out why that? Wait, was that not my dream? Because that would be awesome if I was not coming up with blood river things.
it was not your dream.
I had all kinds of theories as to why I was dreaming about a blood river. Awesome. Okay, that's cool. No, listen.
That wasn't you.
Everything you guys that you did, you saved people. And if you did it not perfectly, okay. None of us are perfect. I mean, you didn't knock a building down. You know how many times superhero people like knock a building down? Blow up a space station or flatten a mountain or something?
I did destroy Sentinel Park.
Well, like personally?
Yes. Getting something, but yes.
Okay. Well, you can probably fix that. That's kind of
So you know.
spooky. How come it's spooky?
It was because of blood tree place.
Oh, say they did it and you were okay. You know,
They took over, I think.
okay.
After
So you are taking a lot on that is maybe not like the people that you're fighting do horrible crap and you're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that that happened that I am now responsible for." That feels a little victim blamey. I'm just saying. Like maybe that's on them. Let them be the shitbirds that did that. Okay? Maybe. I am gonna hug you now. Don't do the I do not wanna do not whole new world me while I'm hugging you. Okay?
I don't know what that means. I slept through that book.
No, the
Oh, Aladdin. Okay.
the magic carpet. What is wrong? Where is your culture? Come and she gives you a big old hug. You can clear one condition.
Okay.
Whatever you think
Is
she
it-
probably cleared for you.
It's gonna be guilty.
There you go. Perfect. I love it. So you're hugging it out, and right about then, from over near the water line of the city, you see.
Oh dear.
You see what?
Look at the map,
Gotta look at the.
or look
Ah,
at the
Oh.
roll 20.
Oh shit. You're
Yeah.
muted, Sean.
Wait, I want to hear what you said because that's important.
I was just saying that's incredible. I love the you drew it. That was so good. That was preem. Loved that.
Actually, sorry. I'm not gonna get rid of guilty. I'm gonna get rid of it.
Insecure,
Insecure.
maybe.
Because I'm about to do a thing that's gonna make her not guilty.
Okay. The GM has to go look at the. Ooh. Oh dear.
Yep.
I just want to point out that the card for guilty is literally like Dr. Infinity art for like abducting a hero's little sister. Sometimes Dr. Infinity is not the good guy. Sometimes. Maybe this time.
he has her reasons.
Who can say? She has her reasons.
Yeah, they do.
They're in a README file that Perry wrote about 3 loops ago.
3.
30? 23? 13? Hike! Okay, so yeah, Zhao is like looking over like what? Okay, I've never seen that
as
before.
Mitch is hugging, like she sees it and like looks up as she's hugging her, and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Is that Exemplar? Did the Exemplar tower just take? No. I need binoculars. What is happening? Are you an Exemplar? No, you're not an Exemplar.
No.
Are you like
I
an
think-
actual? Do you just have powers, or do you like do superhero stuff?
And I think she's starting to text the guys because that's when she's starting to text the guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's throwing off her sweater because she had like one of those like her oversized like cardigans on.
Sure.
And she's giving it to Xiao. She's like, "Hold my favorite sweater."
Okay.
And then she like runs to the edge. Like she'll like throw her phone as well so she doesn't lose it. Runs to the edge of the roof, cafe,
Yeah.
whatever, and just flies off to go chasing after the rocket.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Okay.
In her baggy overalls and like a sweater and all.
Well, you got to have the phone with you because she would have you're still texting or something like that. So you're like flying
Yeah.
into the thing. All right. Oh wait, No, you threw the phone to Zhao, and Zhao is texting. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell him. Do you have a bat signal? Like a? Do I just? Birthright. Does Silas have powers? And you're flying off.
Yeah.
All right. You're flying off, and the last shot's actually of Zhao going, oh geez, she like put heart emojis around his name in the contact list. That's gross.
Just wiping her hand.
Amazing. So good.
She goes inside and gets a glow.
I want to make it clear, I love Abuela, but I haven't cracked myself with my own NPC's lines in a long fucking time, and Zhao brings that energy in the best way. You want to clear guilty for running off and doing something stupid? Oh wait, is
Yeah.
it guilty? Running?
Guilty,
Run off
make
without
a
your team.
sacrifice to- insecure to take foolhardy action against without.
Take
so,
full reaction without talking to your team. Yeah, that's it.
I would remove guilty from the other one and then take insecure.
Okay,
I
that's
would remove
fine.
insecure from that one.
That's fine. You can clear a couple. That's cool. That's cool.
Is Zhao like letting them know, like, hey, by the way, this is Zhao now? Like,
Not yet. She's just like, guys. She's sending it in like a bunch of different ways. So you guys, we're back in the. Where are we at? And Yeah. Here we go. That's better. So you guys are back in here. Had kind of come back in through the window. The room looks a little bit. The lighting's different more than anything else. The lighting's more gold than blue. You kind of come back in, and you're doing the thing, and you got bars. So you like, and we see Silas like, I'll be over there in just a second. And in the background, like Caleb, you're like, Bill, Ted, and the text comes through that says like, Exemplars Tower just fired a rocket into space. And you're like, hey guys, Exemplars Tower. And then the next text that comes through is Mitzi just flew after it. Comes from Mitzi's phone.
Fuck.
And right then, Caleb's sanctuary spits all of you out through the door. Like it's going bleh, like it just spits you out into the front office and ejects you all.
So it's no longer a bubble. It's one of those creatures that actually puts its stomach outside of itself to eat something, but it threw us up by just going. Bleh!
Yeah.
No. Yes.
And then the door slams shut, and like it's not opening. The closet door, its door is still there. It's not opening.
That's never happened before. I think we need to go investigate that rocket though, because there's a missile going from Exemplar Tower to space. That sounds important, right?
I have an idea.
He says, covering up his panic.
Hey,
Right.
so Perry, Mr. Idea Man, what are we gonna do about not being able to breathe in space?
Do you have contingencies for that, Perry?
I have contingencies for that. Yes. First, I need to open up portals in the
I
floor
like to
and
imagine
ceiling.
that Joyce's commentary is the little yellow box. You have contingencies for that, Perry. Looks up at the yellow box. I know.
I have contingencies for that. I have contingencies for that. I have contingencies? No shit?
And from Deadpool's bag of trick, Perry breaks the fourth wall.
Right.
I have
If
what?
if any of us were gonna do it, it would be Perry.
Of course, that's true.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah. So here, let me tell you about
Portal
it.
them to your
And I wanna-
to your space.
I want to grab onto both of them real quick while I open a portal in the floor and ceiling, so we are maintaining speed together, so I can talk to them as we're going through these portals to get to terminal velocity, so I can launch us toward the thing. So like, okay, So what I'm going to do is localize just enough air around us that we can continue to breathe. I'm getting a finger. Am I explaining it wrong? I might not be explaining it wrong because this is distracting.
Well, okay.
I'm imagining the scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where they're doing the jumps and they're just like, and they're all like stressed out or whatever.
Yeah, this is Portal where like I have to make this huge jump, but I can't run that fast, so I'm gonna fall and then mid-fall move the exit portal so it's pointing where I want to go, so that we can all just go blink and like overbalance the rocket.
That wasn't.
Do you have an exit, buddy?
That was not. That wasn't
That's
exactly.
you were thinking of.
That wasn't exactly the contingency that I was thinking of. The contingency I was thinking of was
there may be a different contingency in a different iteration.
You might have like you might have made some
nanotech rebreathers. Sure.
You might have. You might have vac suits in your closet in your bunker.
Right. Oh, right. How are we going to get those?
You can portal to your bunker.
Yeah. Whoa, hold on. Slow down. Sky anchor. Pit stop first. And so these aren't going to be like these vac suits aren't like it's not 2001 A Space Odyssey vac suits. It's more like the crew of Serenity, like very canvassy and has much more of a diesel punk deep sea vibe than a future tech vibe as far as the vac suits go. So very, very different aesthetic than Perry's sort of so many of my bitchin' sound effects are suppressed. So you didn't get the nanotech sound effect, but just imagine a bunch of tiny little nanomachines doing their shit. This ain't that.
Okay. All right. Cool. Second contingency, based on the event that did happen
Right.
in the parking lot in front of the school. Well, okay. So, you know what? You should probably assess the situation. There's a whole bunch of
fair. That feels fair.
Because you got screens up here, you're reading, you're getting some news feed stuff. You can run telemetry and all this other kind of stuff. Incidentally, while he's doing that, I will note as a side, if you want a crazy parry trick to do with portals, I highly recommend finding a way to watch Shang-Chi on Disney Plus, if only for the cameo from Wong. He does a trick with the sorcerer portals that is top notch portal fuckery.
The Wong Abomination fight was super good.
Yeah, the Wong fights Abomination from the Hulk, and it is
nice.
Yeah, it is top notch portal fuckery that you should absolutely see, because it's good stuff.
Well, bam.
Oh dear. Oh my God. All right, so that's.
I hope somebody else isn't going to need that later because I just used it.
So assess the situation. Couple of questions, and if you look at the basic moves thing on the side there, you can take a look at it. What here can I use to intercept the rocket? What here is the biggest threat? What's the greatest danger? What's vulnerable to me? How can we best end this quickly?
Yeah, what here can I use to intercept the rocket? 100%, because that's where my brain has been since we ended the session last week.
Gotcha.
Hence my showrunner screwing with the audience. Mo, did you see that at the end? I don't know if we were still recording when I mentioned it, but I said if this is an episodic TV show, by this point the showrunners are screwing with the audience because the next on is often something that happens in a different time loop. So it doesn't actually happen here. And what it was Perry going, "Oh crap." And so portal rocket goes through, and where are you sending it? And I'm just literally anywhere so it's not pointed at the monkey station. And but instead what comes out is all the creatures that I don't know where I'm putting them yet that I swatted in the last fight.
Yeah.
So
They're all still out in portal space waiting to come through.
So,
Okay,
and
so
I,
That's not
that
going
could
to
be
bite us in
inspiration.
the ass later at all.
So yeah, what can I use to
intercept.
intercept the rocket?
Okay, so you're based on the footage, like the news footage of this thing going up, and like something from Exemplar Tower heading into space, and blah blah blah. You're able.
Do I have a big giant magnet?
No, I mean you can have one, I guess, if you really want one, but I don't know what you do with it.
I mean,
Stick it to the side of the
it's
thing.
fine.
Anyway,
It's just a Looney Tune at this point. He's got all the Acme gadgets.
I definitely am. There's a certain amount of playing tune if you can imagine it and make that roll.
Okay, so you got the trajectory of the thing, and they are definitely firing a rocket at the Monkey City.
Yep, that's what I was afraid of.
You can get to the Monkey City because at least in one timeline, fairly recent, semi-mini looped timeline, you portaled there. So you know the coordinates.
That's true.
You can
I know
portal.
I know I can get there.
You can at least get there ahead. You can get ahead of them. That gets you up ahead of whatever the rocket is going.
Yeah, I want to do that. Just patting my pocket to make sure I still have that piece of chalk, because that might come in handy.
I mean, you still do.
Yeah. Okay. How good are we at getting into these vac suits?
Pretty good. That shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
I'm just gonna save an image here, and while you guys are getting into that and doing the portal, and you have another question, so take a look at the question. If anybody else has any suggestions for him, by all means.
That's right. I have 2 questions. Yes.
Yes, you have two. You have 2 questions to ask.
Those. Why won't this get bigger?
Okay, we're back here, and you are pondering questions, and I am adding another set. Cancel. Image. Upload.
I'm gonna go with what's the biggest threat.
I mean, this is going to be an obvious one. Whatever the hell they're doing with the
know.
rocket, it's an
Yeah,
obvious one. But you
that's-
get a +1 to your initial tomfoolery with the
why I
rocket.
asked it. That's why I asked. That's why I say that's why I did it.
So, Caleb, you are. What do you kind of? Okay, so Perry's doing all of this stuff. Let's check in with the other 2 hooligans. You got ejected from your sanctuary, and quickly distracted the group by going, but wait, look, rocket, we should deal with that, not what the hell just happened with my sanctuary, which is inwardly terrifying me, but I don't want to talk about right now. So what are you doing? Did I just steal your line?
No. So like, I'm like, hey, rocket's important. Let's go deal with that. Like, right, Silas? That's what we should do. Deal with the rocket.
Sorry.
Is that the look you give me? You're like,
It is 100%, and it is followed by when we get into space territory, that is out of my depth, and somebody else is going to have to call the shots.
cool. Harry, I guess you're in charge here. Get us to Mitzi now.
He's got you're somewhat comforted by the fact that one of the vac suits is really just a helmet that slaps onto your own suit. He goes, no, the inner body lining is like a seal. You just need something that comes down. I made this like, so he's got add-ons for your suit.
There's definitely some very satisfying and whang, and yeah.
I mean, you got a rocket pack. I mean, a body in motion tends to stay in motion.
Yep.
You're probably.
You remember
might
you have attitude jets on your shoulders and your wrists.
Yeah, I mean, you might throw up in your suit a little bit, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We rode a goblin shark in an ethereal void. I think going to space will be fine.
All things being relative, yes. That tracks.
So
Pay no attention to the picture I put in the game chat.
So I am doing this as sneaky as I can, Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
And I am 100% trying to burn right now. And trying to summon just something to grab the rocket. I am physically straining.
So he's in the background we see a couple shots of him like.
I just want to know if Perry or Silas would notice.
I don't know.
I don't think Perry would, but Silas actually legitimately might go, oh, what?
Yeah, Perry has a lot of plates spinning right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Silas? Or what do you actually? Before we actually specifically answer that question, bigger question: what are you doing to kind of mentally prep for whatever's apparently happening here?
We're going to space.
Yeah.
So I'm
Accurate.
So I'm at this point. I'm going through my box of things that were left behind by Red Wraith, being like space. And, I find a rebreather in there, and I'm like, maybe that'll work. And then I'm like thinking to myself, if I really do have powers, they better come through now. This is the time. But I guess this will have to do. And he pulls out there's some kind of 0G suit that he has in there that is really clunky and is just kind of like doesn't even fit him right. But he's like, we're gonna have to see if we can make this work, and gets that ready and is trying to figure that out.
What Perry's trying to tell you is like, dude, your suit, you just need to seal the helmet. The rest of it'll be fine. You'll be okay. And you're like,
really? I thought you
at some point it's like,
You must chill. You must chill.
This is the most messed up group happening here. Negative 0G screaming at each other. Somebody's having the physical strain, just like look like I'm having a stroke.
Oh my God.
I love that everything about this team is basically just monkeys fucking a football. This is great.
Improvising wildly at all times. That is. Here, we're gonna. All right.
It is freezing a little bit, Mo.
All right, I'm gonna come back on real quick. So give me 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second here. So, Perry, this is a big jump. Why don't you give me unleash your powers, but take a +1 on it?
Sorry. Stand by. Sorry. I apologize. Okay. Sorry. I handled that. That's out of my brain. And I'm back. What did you ask me?
The big portal jump that you need to do here. Let's have you unleash your powers,
Yes.
but take a +1 on it.
Okie dokie.
So freak roll. Plus stuff. Which map are we on here? Perry's map.
Just a 1, right? Not a +1.
Yeah, just put in the number 1. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need the plus part.
Oh.
Who's gonna help?
How are we doing on team? Guys? Anybody? Fellas?
I can help. I can help.
Sorry, guys.
How can you help? Tell me how you're helping.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna look as he's getting the portals.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at one of so he's handed me my vac suit,
Uh-huh.
and I'm assuming some of the tech that's in there is connected to all of his other stuff.
Sure.
And I'm gonna look for what looks to be a power source,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna rip it off and be like, "Oh no, my suit, it's broken!" And that way the power for my suit goes back into his system to give him a stable portal. And I won't be able to go. Oh no, I can't go.
You absolutely have to go anyway.
Dang it, I'm going without a working suit then. That's fine.
Oh my god. All right. All right. So you can spend team to help.
Okay.
You also have, because of your new thing that you have, you get a +1 forward onto whatever your next roll is.
No, I got a +2 to add to it.
You're thinking of the
That's-
thing.
For
Oh, I see.
I'm-
You're doing the destructive actions.
I'm
+2.
destroying something.
I got you. But the first time in the
Yes.
session that you use team to help a teammate, you also take +1 forward.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So you got all kinds of
That's
stuff
nice.
going. Yes. You have a +1 onto whatever you roll next.
Cool.
All right. So 7, unstable, temporary. I know what this is. So we've got that for what happens. What were you going to ask, Barry? Were you going to ask something?
I just am having trouble reading when I hover over my miss thing to look at the equation. It's not making sense to me.
You rolled a 2 and a 1 and added 3. What's your...
My freak is 2. Oh, right. So the freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at a different thing. Yep, everything's fine.
Yep. Yep. Your freak is a 2, so it goes up to a 3 and got you to a 6.
Everything's fine.
Which adjusts up to an 8. Do not mark XP because you got up to a 7. The portal happens. Here we go.
So
Bloop.
now does that mean that Revenant is coming through in a glitchy suit?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Here we go. So much stuff going on.
Getting the angles right. That the particular figure that you pulled up just now for the little CQB monkeys, as I call them.
Yeah.
Getting the arms correct for the angle that I wanted on the rifle and to have it seated up in against a shirt, like all of that was super fiddly to the point of having to make one of the arms like a pip longer than the others just to get it to. It was just so
You crushed it. They look
It was-
real
Yeah.
Oh
good.
yeah, look,
They
it's great.
so much dopamine.
So I'm putting them up in branches and stuff. Basically, what the effect here, the complication from your, mixed success here.
Mhm.
The portal opens, and you guys step through, but the portal signature is something. Let's just say the monkeys are a little tuned to Perry's portal energy. So yeah, it's just monkeys and rifles in every damn direction as you guys are coming in here.
Nobody smiled. Don't pay your teeth.
Oh.
I love that Revenants comes bearing cupcakes.
I mean,
Anybody want a peanut?
It's a peace offering.
I have my algorithm has not crunched their data dump yet, correct?
correct. Oh,
I like that
maybe?
because it adds to the
actually,
like I have the sense that we are on their side now. But I don't know the specifics
why
of what
don't
was in the data dump.
why don't you see?
Which would that be? Would that be an assess?
I think it'd be unleash your power, so it'd be straight up freak.
Okay.
Because they're all like shouting stuff, and you're like, oh, So you pull out the Rubik's cube,
Nope.
and you're like,
I rolled another 6. What's with me rolling all these ones? This is
yeah, that's some
bullshit.
bad dice. Yeah. I can see how some people could help, but mostly it's
Just trying to be as unthreatening as possible.
but that's mostly about whether or not you guys like easily understand them or any of this kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay. Because I remember the last time I literally like
You had a
let one
revelation
of them
about these
go.
guys. You had a revelation
Yeah.
about. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You let one go,
let one go.
and you actually made like mental contact with that guy, didn't you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That's actually a really good point.
I'm gonna like because I know that they were legitimately terrified of like me. Like one of the specific things was like me, and I'm just gonna like kneel down and like I'm gonna basically make myself look as vulnerable as possible to them, and like as like almost docile. Like I want to just be like we don't necessarily speak the same language, but like I'm not here to fight. I do not
Never
want
underestimate the
problems.
importance of body language.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Unless I can really grab a cupcake and bring a cupcake.
I mean, I like the idea that you had one this whole time because you were like you had it in your hand at the like a celebratory cupcake, and that's when you had it with you when you got expelled from your base.
I'm bearing gifts.
That absolutely tracks.
I'm actually, yeah, we're just going to say that, and I'm going to legitimately just like, cupcake? And like, see if I can find the monkey that I let go, and just be like, sorry.
I mean, that's a little funny. Yeah, so you kind of just sort of kneel and like hold up the cup and like, yeah, one of them kind of shoves forward, and steps forward and is kind of like doing the head tilt thing and kind of coming a little bit closer, and one of them says something and he says something to him, and he kind of comes up and he's like, you are Caleb.
Yes.
I
right.
remember your words from your head in mine.
Yeah, sorry about that. That happened sometimes.
Why here?
Rocket headed here from the planet. We're here to stop
He's
it.
shaking his head. He's like, oh, wait.
Harry,
You rocket monkeys?
not me, rocket monkeys. Someone else, rocket monkeys. We stop rocket. And I'm gonna turn to Perry and be like, I feel like I'm being very insulting.
Seems like it's
and I'm
going
not
well.
willing to.
We want to help. We want to fight with you.
Still holding the cupcake out too.
Still offering cupcake.
I really need to stop the rocket now because inertia is a bitch, and it's going to keep on coming and coming and coming. Dag nabbit. Am I supposed to see her yet?
Maybe.
I'm just trying to stop the rocket so that the monkey city doesn't fall and explode all over Halcyon City. In my brain, that's exactly what's going to happen if we don't stop this rocket.
Get her.
The monkeys don't, like, we don't they don't deserve to get blown up.
Exactly.
Like,
It's all a terrible misunderstanding, and I
we can
scoop them up in my little bubble here.
Need to. There we go. That's a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. All right. Oh my God. Stupid thing. All right. So this is happening. This conversation is painfully happening. And you suddenly feel somebody immediately behind you, Perry.
Like the air displaces and there's a pop and we all have to like
it doesn't seem
clear our ears
it's not so much a pop as it is like the pressure just increases really quickly, so it kind of like your ears want to pop, but and you hear the monkeys kind of like holler and stuff like that, but you're like you feel the thing, and then the next thing you is like this projected conversation is not going optimally. I can reset the timeline. I can do a minor timeline reset.
Nope. We're not doing that again.
I know that this isn't going optimally. However, it's not catastrophic yet.
Correct. We have not reached we have not reached one of the predetermined failure states, but we can do a soft reset.
Let's just keep smiling and rattling our feet right now, and we're going to tap dance our way out of this. Okay? We can still move this rocket away from these guys, get them on our side, and everybody will all be eating banana splits and watching the sunset.
Returning to monitoring, and she's gone.
Okay.
Here's Perry. You know I don't know how to tap dance, right?
I'm
sorry.
You. And he's pointing at Perry. He. Robot. Why?
I did the best I could with the information I had at the time.
What do you want to do here, Caleb, with the talking?
See, like, does that be like mistake? Trying to fix.
What mistake?
Our mistake. You trapped here. We want to fix it. We want you to be able to go home.
How we go home?
That's what we want to figure out.
Stop rocket, go home?
Yes. I don't. Perry says yes. Perry's smart.
Stop rocket. Good first step, no matter what.
Stop rocket, no blow up.
Okay.
Did he really say it like perfectly like that afterwards? He's just been messing with me this whole time.
Fine. No, that's not what he does.
It just occurred to me.
Huh?
This whole time in Perry's head, I've been picturing the rocket as like an ICBM that's designed to, and it just occurred to me that it's more like a rocket with an inhabitable nose cone with 3 assholes in it flying the Exemplar flag.
An inhabitable nose cone with 3 assholes in it. That is the weirdest.
The best way.
Sounds accurate.
You know what I mean? Like
Never
I just had a
change,
paradigm shift in my brain. Like, oh wait, what if this isn't an ICBM? What if it's
So I need you to roll. I need you to roll
or a dragon.
I need Perry to roll. Remember someone.
Son of a bitch. Do I have a situational bonus or penalty?
No, you shouldn't. It should just figure it out.
Yep.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Bloop.
Boom.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's supposed to add. So yes.
Yeah.
Something in this
How do
conversation.
I have to give it a +4?
No, you're adding. So memory started a negative
Oh,
1.
that's right, because I've already 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we're
Yeah.
adding the people that I've already remembered. Yep. Okay.
Yep. So it adds the 4, which is exactly what it's supposed to add. So
Just
yeah.
After the first, everybody's +1. Yeah.
So yeah, you something about this conversation deja vu's you into a flash forward back
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. That makes
And
sense.
you literally see, like, you're in your mind's eye, you zoom out, zoom towards the rocket, and see this thing coming, and you kind of basically zoom in through the viewport and the nose cone, and you see like Guardian in his suit and Transcendent.
in the new suit, right?
No, he's just in his regular size suit, but Guardian in his suit and Transcendent, and piloting in the middle of the thing is here we go. Nautilus. We'll
Son of a brr. Okay.
I like them. Damn it.
That tracks with the little the little insert that we got with the 3 of them. So, damn it.
3
I hate when
assholes.
people turn out to be the people they told you they were.
So, by the way,
That's so good, man.
What's the timestamp right now? Because we're gonna need that. I hate when people turn out to be.
Be exactly what they tell you to do. When people tell you what they are, who
Believe
they
them.
are, believe them. Yep.
Yeah.
That is the okay. I gotta look at something here real quick, just for that should be the Harbinger.
That does a thing where I've remembered so much and changed so much that basically all the memories reset. Like everything goes away, but I don't know if that happens right now
You can ask.
or if it happens.
It happens sort of as a follow-up. Can you get a
Okay.
follow-up question about like all of that? Like you can ask some sort of additional, like, what do you remember about this whole thing? Or you know,
Yeah.
like what is their plan? Like what are they actually up to?
What is the predetermined fail state most likely from this instance that I need to avoid? You know what I mean? That thing that Vigil's like, we haven't reached. Sorry, not Vigil. The thing that Dr. Infinity was like, we haven't reached this thing yet. I imagined that. Yeah, like I want to know what those 3 jerks winning looks like, because that's what I want to
Stop.
Not happen.
exactly. Like, do I remember that? Because I imagine that's one of the fail states that would trigger a reset.
I'm just looking at the thing
Freaking great timing for the 5th thing to
click in,
the
right?
6th thing to click in. Yeah, that's great.
You get influence over Nautilus, by the way.
Ooh.
Everybody on the list you have influence over on your list of memory things.
I don't remember if
Wanted to say
I don't remember if I've used any of them
Probably not.
so far.
Joyce,
Yep.
remember the text message we said I was going to send before we started today?
Oh yeah, sure.
Can I have sent that before we went through the portal?
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell are you guys doing? And that's all it says.
The response that you got just before he portaled you was we don't know what's going on. We didn't know about any of this. Just steer clear. And then he portals you directly in their path.
Well, Major Winters when he says, "Hell with that."
So you are getting weird flashes because you're not getting flashes of this exact moment, Perry. But what you're getting is like reconstructed thoughts, like other timelines where you've seen video clips of their conversations and things like that. That's been reconstructed
Right.
from the tower and all this other kind of stuff. They have constructed their narrative as to what's going on. Okay? Because every time they try to get out of this limit, which apparently drives their little privileged white asshole middle-aged dude hearts just flat out crazy, this limit. Every time they try to breach this limit, two things happen. The monkeys show up, and Dr. Infinity comes up and resets them. How dare she? Therefore, the monkeys and Dr. Infinity are in league somehow. So, if they get up here and go after the monkeys directly instead of waiting for them to come to them, they'll probably find Dr. Infinity, and they can basically punch their way out of this bubble that they're stuck in.
From their point of view, I can see how that tracks.
And then you've got a couple of flashes of bits and pieces of the city floating through space and dead monkeys tumbling through the void, all that kind of stuff. That's the general gist.
All right.
I'm going to bother Sean for a second can you grab me a vector of Guardian?
Got you.
Thank you.
I thought
I may
he was
have
in the file. Is he not in the folder?
Maybe he is. I
think he is because we used him for the smorgasbord at.
I just can't
Exemplar
remember
Tower.
if I had him with a background or not. Let me look real quick. Do I have Guardian vectored?
Yeah, he should be in there. I don't know if it's the one you want, but
Did I not save him? It'll be fine.
I got one in there. But if you want me to do one where he's got the helmet on and he's like ready to beat some ass, I can do that real quick.
That would be great. That'd be fantastic and perfect if you would do that. I have the one where he's like got a cigar and his head's open and stuff like that, and that's not.
I don't know if.
Not
Yeah.
the
Okay, so, Mitzi. That's a rocket
Yeah.
achieving escape velocity that had a probably 10 to 15 kilometer lead on you. What you doing?
Going as fast as I can.
Okay.
Light, go real fast.
I'm probably putting a bubble around herself as she's like getting into like the higher parts of the air. And
Starting to get cold. Bubble.
yeah.
All right. And you can't help but think as you're heading up here, like that conversation with Transcendent about space. Don't lose your concentration. Concentration critically important at this juncture. You're not. What is your goal here? Are you trying to stop this thing, or are you trying to?
I think I'm gonna try to stop and stall. So if I may,
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gonna like reach out, like if once she gets like within range for her, which we stated there isn't really a range.
You don't really know what your range is or is not.
Yeah. So I think as she gets closer and like she's like dodging the water vapors and the
Sure, the
or whatever
the condensation trail and all that
yeah
nastiness.
I think she's like going around that, and she's gonna like reach out and like try to like hold it like she did the train, and just try to like stop it from moving.
Okay.
Is this bad? I feel like I'm doing it bad.
No, it's
only bad if it doesn't work.
It's only bad if it doesn't work.
I really hope their straps are double sewn because severe deceleration trauma is a bitch.
Oh, right. Oh, I held onto the train because it was already stopped. Oh no. Okay.
All right, it's fine. I mean,
It's fine.
Anything. Yeah. Hopefully, you don't stop it super abruptly.
Does Guardian fly?
Say that again.
Does Guardian fly?
Guardian's suit is kind of like Obadiah's in the first Iron Man.
Gotcha.
So maybe yes-ish.
But slow and clunky.
Yeah.
In exactly the same way that bricks don't.
Yeah, hangs in the air in exactly the same way bricks don't.
Hey, guess who has a -1 right now to Freak?
Is
Oh
it you?
no.
Is it you?
Hooray
no.
for our side.
Because I have Hopeless.
Oh no.
I need to stop this. There's no way I can stop this. Ugh! All right. Okay. First thing. I gotta ask Caleb. Caleb.
Yes.
I need you to. You're trying to explain this thing to these guys, and
Mhm.
Doing a great job, by the way.
doing a great job, by the way. I don't want provoke. I want like a
Comfort and support.
kind of. That's what I want. I want you to make a connection with these guys. You had said something like you needed, like you when you realized, like your dad died, but they lost a bunch of people too.
Yeah.
And you had said, I can't remember what you said, but it's like I thought I was only ever the one that lost anything here, but it was not just me, and I'm an asshole. But words to that effect.
Mhm.
Something that basically I want you to roll a provoke, but with mundane.
A provoke, but with mundane.
Kind of, comfort
Okay.
and support them.
I was like, well, I mean, it would be the same. Well, it wouldn't be the same because
Provoke is superior. You don't want me to have you roll a straight provoke.
Well, yeah, that's really why I was like, okay.
But it's
Just
more about the
needed to make
connection
sure.
than anything else. I'm really looking for the comfort and support.
Okay.
I want to hear what
And
you say, though. What do you say to them?
So okay. So as we're I'm talking to them like I want you to be able to go home to be with the rest of your family. I lost my father that day. I blamed you, not the situation. I was angry. I was upset. I thought you did this on purpose. I didn't realize you had lost family also.
And
So
the overlay to this dialogue is you're doing it. Like the the beta footage running on this is Mitzi trying to catch up to the thing and reach for the deal while you're just sort of calmly talking in the background to these folks. So roll me your thing, and then Mitzi roll me your. Unless you want to burn, I'm just saying.
Burn.
You could burn. I think
Could
that would
burn.
give you something that you could do.
Yeah, I'll burn again. All right, let me know. I'll let.
Well, let's Caleb do his roll here
Yeah.
for his mundane thing.
+1 because I spent team.
Oh, +1. Well, yeah, because you got the +1 rolling. So yeah, +1 forward. I would have remembered that by the time the roll came up, I'm sure. Lovely. Okay. The one that you'd been talking with kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and is like, "Get up. We have to fight." And for a second, you think, like,
Oh shit.
a duel?
I'm like, this is
It's
what
gonna be
I
like
do.
it's gonna be like Dune. You gotta fight.
It's like shit. And then he turns around and he shouts and they all start like even more of these guys like boil up out of the trees, and so he had no idea how many were around here. And he turns around and he looks. He kind of tips his head at Silas and he walks around and was not the galactic symbol for just hang on a second. I swear I'm not fucking with you. And he reaches around to that backpack thing and he punches like this panel and it like goes in and like 3 more little jet things kind of pop out.
Amazing.
Space.
Hell yeah, space. Yeah.
This is a terrible idea. Woo! All right.
That's exactly how he responds.
Hell yes, space. All right, and you, Mitzi, roll your burn.
Yes.
Finally!
Woo!
Finally. It's been so long.
Nice. So that's 3 burn. Well, you get 3 conditions. You're in a sweet spot of like conditions to result. So that gives you 3 burn. Yeah, you're getting right out to like where the atmosphere isn't really atmosphere. It's more of like a suggestion of haziness out into the open of space. You're not completely freezing, but you're definitely not warm.
And I'm definitely not wearing my suit.
And you're definitely not wearing your suit.
I'm wearing whatever I posted earlier. The jumper with the shirt. Yeah.
The jumper with the
You're
shirt.
doing this in
Hey, you
jeans
got a
and a
sweater. I mean, a good warm cable knit
No, I
sweater
took the
is.
sweater off. I
Oh.
was like, I was just like saying, like texting the guy, just like throwing his shirt off, like keep it. I don't want to ruin it. Like it's my favorite sweater.
So you're wearing like a t-shirt underneath like
Yes.
overalls.
Yeah, pretty much. In black, like Converse.
I mean, it seems appropriate for space. It should be fine.
It's fine. This is fine.
When you're going into space, dress in layers. It's really, that's
Yeah, you know.
where one of the layers is airtight. You missed that key. Okay.
Not a bubble. Bubbles are airtight, right?
Technically, yes.
For a
Bubbles are
while.
airtight.
You want to,
High definition.
you could reality storm the thing, or you could overcharge. Overcharge would probably be the guy you want.
Yeah, I want overcharge.
Okay, so that's 2 burn, but it gives you basically a +10 when you unleash your powers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah. You just take a 10. Urgh! So you kind of go, the full power up, and then now it doesn't come to a complete instantaneous halt.
It's like it slows down.
Yeah,
and
you're like, so
yeah.
you're dragging it, and definitely like,
I'm probably gonna pull along with it because just a little bit, like an
Yeah.
invisible leash in a way. But
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the conversation through the viewport.
between all three, like what the fuck just happened? Why are we stopping?
Just see Trent Sendit like kind of he's just standing there. He's not even fighting the inertia, the rocket, the push or anything. He's just standing in the middle of the ship and just looking, doing a Captain Kirk there, and then he kind of squints out the front. Why isn't it getting any closer anymore?
Is it within view now? Are we getting
I mean, you can see the International Space Station from the ground. This thing, you definitely see like a glint. Where? Character pics? No, not character pics.
I didn't know exactly where in space.
Oh,
it
those
was for.
pictures. Do we have Guardian?
Yeah, I dropped him in the thing.
In the folder? Okay.
And in the IDMD with them too, if that's
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Perfect. That is exactly the thing.
I want to make a Nautilus spacesuit now where one of the eyes of his helmet is patched.
Oh my
That's
god.
like the Deathstroke thing where like the eye patch side just doesn't have an eye hole.
Mm.
That's so good. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, you guys are getting that special moment of going out into space. Mitzi, several things happen at once.
Mhm.
I need, I'm just going to go back to this one. Because, well, I don't have a Starfield thing here. Your perception is that the rocket explodes. That's your initial, like, oh shit thing that happens is that the rocket explodes. That's not what happens. But yeah, you're fighting it, you're holding it, you're slowing it down, and basically you eventually pull it to a complete like stop. And
But this was only the first stage burn.
sorry, I'm
Oh,
having
he's pulling that
to
up.
I'm having to grab so much stuff right now.
I was on a
Oh,
gig
good.
in Arrowhead, and Arrowhead is high enough that a rocket launch happened that we didn't know was scheduled for that night. So we came out of the gig to look up to see the first stage separation. Like we saw the launch and then first stage separation, and it was twilight. The sky was dark, but everything in the vapor trail, the situation, everything was beautifully illuminated, except nobody knew that there was a rocket launch scheduled. And they were like, well, I love you, dear.
Oh god,
Fantastic.
that reminds me of this one time we were working out because I used to do like outside boot camps, and
Mhm.
we're working out and like we're getting ready to go, and it's like because it's like fall and like it's starting to set early, the sun set early and all that. We look up and there's like this string of like lights just in the sky, and we're
Mhm.
like, oh, what the hell is that? We're like, are we getting invaded right now? Like, what's going on? And we're like, well, I told my trainer, I was like, I love you, girl. Hope to
Yep.
see you next week.
Did you eventually learn what that was?
Yeah, it was like it was Elon Musk's bullshit, right?
Yep.
Remember
Right.
correctly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am
Thank you.
convinced that if Musk and the other supervillains get their way, that we will realize the future where there are just constantly billboards in space advertising down at us that we just can't.
Oh, it
get
will
away
be Wally, where like there's just
Yeah.
junk, all the
from.
junk.
Well,
in
that
space.
too. Yeah.
It's literally just gonna be like cyberpunk without all the cool cybernetics.
mhm.
Right.
Like,
Right. It'd be great if I could
Cyberpunk
jack
with
in.
disappointing shit.
Yeah.
All of the worst parts of cyberpunk.
Yeah, with none of the actually cool parts.
This is-
We just
yeah.
get the capitalist hell
This is
without
the
any
shittiest
of like the
the shittiest dystopia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just need to get. It's funny to me that I've still just got Mitzi with her little art palette thing.
You want me to make one and like
Without,
without the art palette?
it's fine. Either way.
Before I forget, because I always forget, was I supposed to take a potential for either one of those two fail rolls?
No, because they weren't failures because I boosted.
Oh, that's
you.
right, because we helped them. So neither one of them. Okay, good.
Yep.
Yep. I'm really bad at marking potential unless somebody says, "Hey, dude."
I'm helping. So I'm gonna like make this a little more obvious this time. And I'm gonna like reach out like I had before, like when I would use my powers, and I'm gonna like try and summon something out there to help this like not moving rocket from going anywhere else. Like
I'm not sure if if it's quite close enough for that to have seen. You would have seen the explosion as you were like coming back out. And,
okay, so we're not that.
And the monkeys are patching up your new power supply for you, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Not what I really wanted, but cool.
I'm gonna whisper to one of the monkeys. Weapon?
They hand you a monkey gun.
Cool.
I want a monkey gun. What?
But it shoots monkeys? No, I don't want to shoot monkeys.
I want a monkey gun.
Out of it. Yeah.
Silas is like, what the hell?
Okay, so the ship, as I mentioned,
Nobody's asking why I have a monkey gun either. It's just like, okay, who's got a monkey gun? That makes sense.
so the ship explodes, the rocket explodes. That's a thing, and streaks are flying everywhere, and you're still trying to and you kind of like, oh shit, you're like,
Oops.
streaks flying everywhere. Um, a big chunk of so basically the whole outer shell of the rocket just exploded, blasted away. It's flying everywhere. The whole outside of the ship is flying. There's like this red little. There's a little you think maybe escape vehicle or something that's going. A big chunk of the center core of the rocket is still is resuming its motion.
Our first stage is a Sabo? What the hell?
And then there's this other blue and yellow streak that kind of comes around in a big circle and stops right next to you. It's like, you have made quite a mess, little miss. And hey, I got to give you this picture because
Yes, show me the things.
here we go. This is to scale.
Oh, it's this asshole.
Hang on.
Yeah. Oh God.
There we go. I can't put a wait. Maybe I can. Just because I'm that asshole. There we go.
Is that the little their little rocket? Or did that come with the background?
What little rocket?
The little red
red
thing
rocket.
above.
No, that's intentional. That's there.
Okay.
That's
That's the escape. That's the escape vehicle.
That's
Okay.
Nautilus repurposing one of his undersea vessels and making it
Right.
vacuum proof
That makes
and giving him something to fly in.
Of course
Um,
he did.
The interior of the rocket is this enormous fucking mech suit that was apparently the entire interior. And then there's this asshole. And then there's this asshole. And then there's this fucking thing. You
I
are
think Mitzi looks up and glares at him. Is like, oh, it's you.
yes. I'm up here doing the work. And you're not exactly sure how the fuck you're hearing him. You shouldn't be hearing him.
Mm-hmm.
But something, he's got a lot of powers and you're telepathic, so whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Something's making it happen.
Yeah.
You can hear him because the script deems it so.
You're not sure. I mean, he's maybe not even moving his lips, but you feel like he is. But he probably doesn't need to. He just doesn't. It's like he reads out loud for. It's like reading out. It's like reading silently with your lips moving, but for telepathy, which seems like exactly the kind of bullshit that he would do. Yes, we're up here taking care of a problem, which is what heroes do. Now, you may have misunderstood the situation, and that's fine, but we have this under control, and you don't need to be here. This isn't a role for you. So just go back down and take care of your little lives. Go home.
And it seems like you don't know what's going on here.
I have been working on this problem for months. We're going to take care of this.
Quick
You
question. Hold on,
understand what's
pause.
going on. He's doing his whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think this is more out of character. Does Mitzi know about the timelines? Has Harry
Yes.
told them about the timelines?
I mean, you know that there's looping, and you know that the reason for the looping is trying to get everything right from some catastrophic wrong that nobody's really 100%
I was
sure
able
what.
to see how they were able to see without the.
Yeah, and nobody's really 100% sure what the horrible wrong is, but that is definitely a thing.
Yeah. And she's
Alright.
gonna let him just have his moment of blah 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 blah. I'm transcendent, blah blah blah. And she's gonna be looking at him and just give him a look like they've been working on this for multiple lifetimes now.
Is there any I can't remember. I feel like there's at least one person that Transcendent doesn't have influence over, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't remember if you like don't have.
No, he told me about the I think well, he's an adult. He has influence over me no matter what.
Yeah, I thought maybe you might have had something that undid it.
I think that was me because
And
I
it wasn't
rejected his
Transcendent.
influence on the. Was it?
Maybe you would have
'Cause
written it
I-
down on your sheet if you did.
I remember rejecting his influence and like
I
at
don't-
one point. I just don't know if that takes influence away.
I don't.
If
No, you have to like specifically take that as your like, and I don't want him to have influence over me anymore, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I know I
it's
did that
instead of
with
Ant-Man.
teacher. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did that with
I
teacher.
I did that with. I got that from teacher from. I don't remember. I just have influence over not demon teacher
Yep.
specifically.
Your notes
Yeah.
are interesting. All right. Got to get everybody to scale here. Damn it. There we go. No. Scale here. There we go. All right. So there's an airlock kind of thing in the city that the monkeys kind of rush you guys towards. As like, you know, the foreign object is approaching the rockets, you know, that kind of a thing. And you guys kind of get out in to provide whatever thing. Here we go. Let's do this. There we go. I think that's roughly the scale. So this is happening in one area, and call it, I don't know, 15 kilometers away probably. The other thing with Transcendent and Missy is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's space. That's like practically next door. And as soon as this thing gets up into like range, the big ship kind of, you know, pulls itself up, or the big robot kind of pulls itself up and just boom, does a big blast. Now nothing immediately happens, but like does a big blast at the big dome on the city. And
Is it an energy weapon or kinetic or what are we seeing?
like an energy blast thing, like from like the gauntlet, the bracers around. They're bigger than the fists, so you get like a
Right.
blast around the hands.
You're saying like beam of light, not like Gauss rifle type deal. So,
Yes, beam of light,
okay.
energy type of thing. There's flickering going on, Perry, kind of in your field of vision. Yeah, there's like flickering going on in your basic field of vision, and you're getting kind of a after image of Dr. Infinity. Near you, she's not there, but she's in the area, or she's actually, the back of your mind is, well, no, she's occupying multiple possible locations at the same time. One of them happens to be here. She's just not here all of the time. Like she's sort of here enough, and you get kind of an echoey thing, but you do get it in your mic and saying, you know, with this kind of weird effect on it. How does she say this? Conflict imminent. If you're not, if conflict imminent, do you want a loop reset?
Not yet. I'll give you the signal when that needs to happen. Stand by.
This is a tipping point. This is loop 1 tipping point.
I'm on it.
And then another voice in your head is like, loop 1? There's another.
So I would love to, like, energy beam is what I'm perceiving as the big thing right now.
Mhm.
So what I would like to do is put myself outside of the city so that I can then.
Oh, you guys are out. You're in space.
Okay, we're in space. Okay, I missed that part. So I basically want to open a portal in front of that flippin' energy beam and then redirect it right back at Chucklefuck.
I love that.
So it's like portal,
Player.
and basically it's just going in this one and right back out to hit him
Gotcha.
in the
All
short
right.
and curly.
Okay. One second. I gotta fix the thing here. There. Save settings.
Yeah, I missed the part where we were outside. I
laid you guys out there, but like this is you guys.
I saw the picture and didn't put two and two.
Yeah, you're kind of out
Holding the chalk.
Yeah.
in the picture. Yeah,
Right.
duly noted. Okay. All right. So that's happening. And then we've got back here to mid. So this is all we see. You know, we see the blast go, and Perry starts to circle up a portal, and that's the thing. Back over here at Mitzi and Transcendent. So you're saying something like, you know, we've been working on this for multiple lifetimes.
Yeah, that's why Mitzi's like comprehending it right now in the spur of the moment. So
Okay.
she doesn't know anything about timey-wimey bullshit. Like she's like,
I got you. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I just have to say how much I love that this. If any picture ever showed that Mitzi was just kind of up here playing it by the seat of her pants, having her with the wobbly like force field around basically her street clothes in the middle of space.
I love everything about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are you trying to get him to do here? Like, you don't even know. I know. We know. We're the one trying to fix this. Is that? Is
that a provoke?
He can try. One way or the other, he's going to try and shift your labels, but I can wait until after the provoke because you guys are both like talking over each other and all this other kind of. You can try a provoke.
Yeah. It's a superior. I don't think it's
I'll be
good
right
at
back.
all.
So superior, yeah, it would be provoke is superior.
Yeah.
And
At least I'm not guilty anymore.
at least you're
so
not
that's
guilty.
nice.
You've got at least a 0. I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
So what you got to tell me before we get into this thing where you're just like, listen, so what are you saying to him and what do you want him to do if you get him to do what you want him to do?
I think she says, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to stand down.
Yeah, girl.
And this is like the most clear, most precise, more like most, because Mitzi's the quiet, shy person. And she's like, no, you need to stand down. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to get him to like back off.
Okay. Give it a shot.
Really?
I mean,
Hey!
it's a 7.
Something.
All right. Okay. Provoke. Let's look at provoke. This is a weird one because we don't do this very often. Provoke. We provoke someone. Oh, susceptible to your words. That's a little dodgy anyway, but it's fine. For NPCs on a 10 plus, they 7-9. They can instead choose one. They stumble. You take +1 for it against them. They err. You get a critical opportunity. They overreact. Okay. Write down that you have influence over Transcendent.
Oh, okay.
And his face just gets all serious and solemn and also angry. He's like, I see. The robot got to you. And he's gone in this blue and yellow streak. So his whole thing about you need to like go home. You need to, just step aside, let your betters take care of this. He wants to shift your mundane up and your freak down.
No.
Fuck that. Fuck
him.
you up.
That's
Fuck
right.
you. It's just a flat 2d6. Right?
That is a flat 2d6 to resist influence. We'll see how that one goes. Like whether or not those words land as you do your thing.
Do I add my +1 because I am, or I have influence over him?
Ah.
Well, was he trying to shift labels before or after she gained influence?
This is true.
It was before. I'm going to say no. I got to think that.
fine.
Yeah, let's just let that one go. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
we
just
got.
curious.
All right.
Well, you got a 6.
It's an 8.
Yeah!
All right. So that's under the. Okay. So influence, when when someone influence tells you how the world works, accept what they say or reject. If you accept what they say, blah, blah, blah. When you reject, roll. On a hit, you successfully hold yourself and tune them out. On the 7 to 9, you can choose one from the list. This is under the peripheral moves little pop-up.
Yeah, down at the bottom.
Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down, your choice. Cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. So you would actually he would stop having influence over you for that option. But clearing a condition's pretty tasty
I like
also.
Condition. Yeah, I'm gonna clear a condition.
But you gotta. Okay.
I'm gonna. Oh, which one am I gonna clear? I think I'm gonna clear hopeless.
Okay.
Because she's like, no, I got this.
Okay.
And she's gonna just start flying right after him.
Okay. Well, yes. I don't know if you're on the same movement scale as Transcendent when he's pissed, but you're definitely moving after him with the big pink trail. We are going to. Hey, look, we're going to get everybody on the same map, and then we're probably going to be there.
For the day? Yeah.
Well, we're going to call one more thing. Perry, I want you to roll defend.
Okay.
When you're back, defend is you're rolling savior. We're going to get back here. We're going back here.
Is this with any of the bonuses from my earlier whatchamacallits? I don't know what I'm. Oh, this is my redirect the thing, right? So it was the the assess of the what's the failure state that I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, I'll give you a +1 on this one, and then I think that'll probably sort out all the various +1s that we're trying to.
Yep. That's the only one that I can.
What do we got? Defend is a 9. Anybody want to help with the defend? Get him up to a 10? Because
2 perilous people and then Mitzi coming up in the rear. Unless y'all guys can do something.
Oh wait, to defend Perry as like Guardian coming at us?
Perry is doing a portal thing to portal deflect the blast from the big Guardian. All right?
Harry, Frank,
Yes.
did you see the video I sent you in the DMs? On Discord. Because I think now would be a good time to try the move.
Did you maybe I think so.
Look in DMs. And I got to draw a thing. So let's just get that going here. Oop.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that.
Yeah, that's the move.
Okay, so
Now I'm
Definitely doing
curious.
that.
so the helping that gets the defend to a 10 is as you see him like going, oh shit, and like putting up the thing, is Birthright shouting like, do the move, the thing.
Yes.
It's essentially just
So I'm doing this with one hand and the
Is there a
thing with
code
the other
word?
hand. Mhm.
so what's
Yeah,
the
it's
thing?
it's the gravity smash. So what we do is he drops a portal in front of me that I dive through, and it actually is me going down. And normally I would just like let gravity do this, but I'm hitting the jets on my wingsuit since we're in space.
Yeah.
And I get like a good amount of velocity, and then he puts another portal in front of me that then the outside is right in front of Guardian, and then I just like cannonball smash into him with all that built up velocity.
Okay, so you
It's the Blink Colossus move from Days of Future Past.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I gotta watch that video. I want to see the. Yeah, send it to me. I want to watch it. But
You
all
gotta
right.
share the clip with us now. Like, share the TikTok.
Okay,
or-
I'll share it. Hold on.
I want to visualize.
Because I have no idea.
We're
Is
in
it
game.
19 seconds.
Yeah, I'll drop it in game.
Oh, I don't think I've seen.
What? It's the best X-Men movie there is. It's so good.
I don't remember the one with Blink.
It was the one where Wolverine went back into the and met the First Class era X-Men, and then they were trying to like fight off the Sentinels in the future. It's the best. It's literally, it was perfect. It's one of my favorite superhero movies out there. It's so good, and all the fight scenes are so good.
Oh!
But don't watch too much into it because then you'll get a lot like of extra stuff. You just got to go watch the whole movie. But that first move that Colossus and Blink do is what we're doing.
Drop and then redirect and then
Yep.
build up a little kinetic energy. That's good stuff. I like it. All right, so you come through, and basically go into the side of the helmet or something like that. So you sort of knock the thing sideways a bit. And as that's happening and the blast goes off anyway, then Perry's like, whoop, nope, sending it back this way. You don't get, it's too fast and you didn't have enough time and you were doing the other thing. You didn't get a shot back at him, but you did get it keep it from hitting the city, which you're like, yeah. You get to pick.
And I like Birthright in his face better than Energy Beam, which he quite possibly could have had.
I like to be in his face too.
Yeah, this is good
That's
stuff.
where I want to be.
On this, you can either
I wanna be
Perry. You can
up
add
in
team.
your face.
Perry, you can add team to the pool, take influence over someone that you protected, or clear a condition.
Well, Rad and team to the pool.
Okay, we'll put that back in there. And all right, so you're like, all this stuff is happening, and the blast, and you slam into the helmet, and we see Caleb kind of just hanging out behind Perry, like, the monkeys are starting to come out, and the blast happens, and Perry blocks it and directs it off into space, and you're like, yeah! And then Transcendent,
Transcendent
let's just hit this thing, and we will put it there. Transcendent flies through the city, or the base of the city, and comes out the other side, as shown here. And all that slow motion
like Captain
space
Marvel
stuff.
flying through the ship.
Yeah,
That's a problem.
but it's more like a shot of like a semi slow motion of a bullet going through Jello. Like it's much faster than it took her to go through the
Yeah.
ship. We're going to stop there.
Yeah, good call.
I hate that guy.
Bam! And we can also get.
No, this is great. This is a good cliffhanger.
Yeah,
It's also yeah.
and it sets up it
Sets
gets
up
us there,
everything.
and then
Yeah.
then the next time we can just get right into the big boss fight.
Res.
Nautilus is going to be fucking with y'all at the beginning of this next one, but that's okay.
I'm
We'll get it.
so
I'm
excited.
gonna go fuck with
I
Nautilus then.
I want all of the smoke. Let's go.
All right.
So does Mitzi, like, as she's like coming up, she's like, "Oh, hey guys, get to meet y'all up here."
Crazy, right? It's so crazy.
What a second date.
Who brings like me and Perry on a date? Come on now.
I'm still miffed that we didn't all go to the ska show. That was some bullshit.
We'll get him over on the.
Sorry.
Oh wait, we're not all going. That was a you. What? Sorry.
We gotta get. All right. This is very
all
important.
that happened because I just happened to look at Discord while you guys had that
There.
RP chat up. Like
Now everybody's back together. We got Mitzi up here with the with the thing, and
Stay together. We're still on like opposite sides of a giant city.
That's
I love
that's
that the city in the bubble is so great.
she's
too.
closer to the camera.
Together move.
Yeah.
Wait a minute? Is Guardian in like a giant mech suit?
Yes.
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 Like
This
a
is-
city.
You're fighting fucking Voltron.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I'm
He was
excited
the
for that.
whole rocket. It was just a shell around. Yeah. He's big.
I love that Birthrights thing has just become taking down the big monster, from troll to teacher to now the fucking
Gotta prove
Gundam.
himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
He made a Gundam.
I'm so here for it.
Yeah, you didn't realize it was. Oh, you didn't realize it was big till I put you over there and like on his
Yeah.
shoulder. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So,
That's why I love
Yeah,
how
no-
Mitzi's still
no.
like in her school uniform. Like,
actually, you have this thought when you crash into his helmet. You're like going in. It's like the thought is you're like, oh, I thought he was closer. He was big because space is and that's maybe coming over Mike's is like, well, he's a lot
Yeah.
bigger than I thought. He's right.
I'm curious.
Guys, I'm gonna be a while.
Can Guardian breathe in space?
I mean, Guardian, no, unless he's in a suit.
That's what I'm saying.
He can until I break the windshield open.
Well, don't break it too much because we could use that later if it didn't have a Guardian in it. Like, what if that suit had a Birthright in it?
I see your point.
Mecha Birthright.
Yep. What if I
All
just
right.
portal, aka neutron bomb his ass out of there?
We have
All things to think
a
about.
we have a lot of plans. All right. So
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm gonna need you to get me into Nautilus's ship.
we gotta make sure the link is up so that all of this stream of consciousness can actually be
oh,
happening
I
during
mean, as
the.
soon as she sees you guys, she's like, "Oh hey," and then like,
Oh, hey.
it's like
taps in.
suddenly,
Yeah.
suddenly the connection blossoms, and yeah.
So this is how we have our witty banter during the fight scene.
All right.
We're using our superhero names. Yeah.
So we gotta wrap up this so people can go and do the things. So real quick,
Yes.
Mitzi,
Oh.
closer to team, further.
In my own
your own image?
because
Alright.
I did a lot of shit on my own.
You did a lot of shit
You
on
did.
your own. Yeah, that's okay. We got you caught up. Camera time from last session, right? That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you just shift labels. Nothing else happens. That's cool.
Let's see.
Uh,
I wanna shift.
Silas. Berterete.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look. I mean,
I'm going
part of me
mundane
wants-
down, freak up.
Nice.
I
I'll
think-
show you.
I think I'm actually gonna say closer to the team, and I'm gonna say Perry because we did that awesome move, and then also because I think going into this next fight, I'm gonna kind of follow his lead about what I'm going to need to do and focus on, which is gonna manifest in the form of him getting to shift my labels.
Okay, so Perry, shift his labels to what you think he's going to need to be able to do. I would suggest danger.
Yeah, and that's going to be from my end. It's going to be Birthright for the reach around because because we did the thing.
Did we do the thing?
I'll say the reach around.
Sorry, that's an old LARP term. Like when we're giving shout outs
Oh.
to thing, it's like if somebody I give that person a shout out and then they turn around and give me a shout out for the same thing. That's an old LARP parlance it's a reach around. So
It's
yeah,
also other things. I'm just
Well, I mean, Sure. If you're lucky.
And this is why I never check the box. Yes, this broadcast is made for kids. That's why I don't check that.
But he wanted to pet the kitty. Yes, that's exactly
All right.
what he meant.
So both of you shift each other to the labels. Andrew.
Nope.
Farther from
All
the
right.
team.
Oh, you poor guy. All right, take influence away from somebody. It's a perfect time to do that, because we're going to have facing a foe right at the beginning of the next session, so that'll be great. Good time.
Yeah, just right when we need that to happen.
Why are you so far away from me?
I'm actually gonna say that Perry loses influence.
Okay.
Oh.
I know exactly what this is because
Because-
he's got a thing that he's dealing with right now, and he doesn't want to tell anybody because he won't tell any of his friends. He feels further away from them.
Oh, bud.
For Perry, I'm gonna say mundane down, danger up.
Okay, and I'm going danger
Because it's
up,
time to do superhero shit.
right?
Okay.
And you said you're doing what?
I know I'm going danger up for you
Okay.
and mundane down. So it looks like same. I don't know why you need a mundane at 3. That's ridiculous. That's like just, you know.
He's the healer.
Really am.
Why he
Eventually,
doesn't open up about anything is the healer.
it's weird,
I'm
right?
good at talking to other people about their feelings. I just don't want to talk about my feelings. Okay.
It's fair. Eventually, yeah. It's like the Batman, and like you live long enough to become the villain. When you play Mask, you either die the
And
hero
that's
or
very-
you live long enough to realize that mundane is the healer stat.
But that's also very much a Batman thing of like, yeah, he's got this like hard exterior, but he also like takes care of orphans. So
Yep.
like,
He adopts everybody.
yeah.
That's one of the things I love about the Red Panda and how he's always like, "Hey, call the guy!" Like as soon as he sees anybody that's remotely cool, it's like, "Call the guy."
Yeah.
I didn't get to share with you guys what playbook I moved to, did I?
No.
I know I shared it with Mitzi, but I don't think Frank knows.
It hasn't.
I
Come
don't
out.
know. I just see AKA question mark question mark question mark.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah, so
going for the
I moved.
existential crisis.
Yeah, so I'm no longer doomed. I moved to delinquent.
Ooh.
Which just makes too much sense.
It makes so much sense, and Perry already was like oh man, it's Revenant. Be cool. Like
Well, no,
now
what's
that
funny
you're
is-
now that you're also a delinquent and like are doing all the like cool guy stuff that Perry's never able to do, like so much more fanboy.
Yeah, he actually gets a bonus to help you if the thing that he's helping you do is illegal.
Or destructive.
Or
Amazing.
destructive. Or destructive.
Yeah.
Well-
Literally one of my moves is when you when you help a teammate through destructive, criminal, or rule-breaking actions, you could give them a +2 instead of a +1 when you spend team.
That's amazing.
Yep. So there you go.
Just
All right.
remember, don't
Yes.
do illegal shit while you're doing illegal shit.
Okay.
That just reminds me of this TikTok I saw. That's just
All right, we're gonna wait.
It's an old axiom, but it's an old rule. But yeah. It's important.
I'm going to stop
Go ahead.
streaming so we can figure out next weekend real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
But first, I love you guys. This is such a great show. I love this show.
It's fun.
Me too.